In this video, we will now create a billing rule for our time and material billing. Let's start by navigating to our billing rules form from our project's workspace. We can now add a new billing rule by clicking on the Add button. We can enter a new billing rule ID and description as time and material. We also ensure that the active is selected. In the left pane, let's now add a step by entering a step ID and the description as labor by type. In the right pane, we can now specify the settings for this step. We set the billing type as time and material. With this type of step, the system processes project transactions for the specified account group. We can now set the account group as labor. With this step of the billing rule, the system processes the project transaction that debits accounts mapped to the labor account group. If @rate is not defined, we can set the @rate to 0. We can now update the invoice description formula. If a billing rule has multiple steps, the system uses the formula of the topmost step in the left pane to define the description of the invoice created based on the billing rule. We can now also update the line quantity formula. As the quantity of an invoice line, the system uses the billable quantity of the applicable project transaction. Line amount formula. In the formula, @price is the price of the non-stock item. The line description formula can be updated as we have seen previously. We update the sales account from as inventory item. As the sales account, the system uses the sales account specified for the non-stock item. We can also select the sales sub-account and clear the create lines with 0 amounts and quantity. We have now configured the added step to bill labor at the price defined for the non-stock item. Let's now go and create another step in the left pane. Again, we start with entering a step ID and a description as subcontractor services. In the right pane, we can now specify the settings for the added step. The billing type is set to time and material. The account group we have selected as subcontractor. With this step of the billing rule, the system processes the project transaction that debits accounts mapped to the subcon account group. If @rate is not defined, we will set the @rate to 0. We can now enter the line quantity formula, the line amount formula. In this formula, PM project PR margin attributes is the PR margin attribute we created for our projects. We can also insert the line description formula, and we can change the use sales account from to billing rule. We can update the sales account with our sales revenue account, and also select the sales sub-account, again ensuring that the create lines with 0 amounts and quantity is cleared. We have now configured and added a step to bill subcontracts with a fixed margin coefficient, which is defined at project level. Let's now save our changes to this billing rule. Now that we've created the billing rule for time and material billing, in the next video we will now create a project that will use this billing rule.